We have three layers of energy: superficial layer, then emotional layer, then the cosmic layer within us.
Right.
So what we call Kundalini is the dormant force in us, which is resting at the base of our spine.
Right.
So without Kundalini, you can't even lift your hand. So Kundalini is all there. So when we are doing shaking, so there are two type of methods. One is yogic method, where you use specific breathing and specific techniques to make your energy go up. There you need a guru and right techniques. Otherwise, it can go wrong.
It can go wrong.
Yes.
Huh.
But what I am prescribing, what I am sharing is, it's a spontaneous way of Kundalini. You first activate your energy, because yogi is not going to express and dance. So he has to know the right techniques, right methods, right mantras to keep on channeling it rightly. If you make a little mistake, it will burn you. Because you have played with the nature. You see, all yogic methods are unnatural, by the way. They're not spontaneous. You're forcing something to come up.
Right. You are
Now-
using sounds for vibrations, and that
Yeah.
vibrations are producing. Right.
But you can still use the vibrations, but without making any business with life. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm saying, if I do this, then I'll get these powers.
Right.
Now you are in a wrong state of mind. There, life will do a deal with you also. It will, if you make a mistake,
Life will cut you out.
it will cancel you out.
Right.
You will not get any loan anymore.
Right.
But when you are doing just to participate with life, that's what I am sharing. Shaking means your intention is to remove the blockages from your Shakti. When Shakti starts to move, you give it an expression. So this is like tasting that Kundalini drop by drop. It slowly starts to activate all your chakras in a spontaneous way. Each chakra, whatever it is supposed to live, you give it an expression. But yogi is avoiding first two. Then with this also, everything is attachment and thoughts are problem. So of course, that is fine. You go through that. This is fire method. Fire means dropping everything unuseful and becoming pure. Other is the water method, which is Taoism, Tai Chi, and Tantra, where you are containing your water and water starts to rise, opens your chakras. It's more spontaneous way. You're not forcing, but you are gathering. In that gathering, so with shaking, you first release the blockages. Energy starts to flow, you give it an expression. So your system becomes smooth. Then after that, now you are qualified to do meditations. Now when you will sit for meditation, energy will spontaneously move to the third eye, to whichever chakra you doing meditation with. It starts to flow through that. That flow is like a Sahaj kind of, Sahaj Yoga,
Right. Effortless.
For example, Taoism does not work on Kundalini, but they say don't resist thing. When you don't resist thing, your energy starts to gather. You are losing energy only by fighting with things. Gussa aaya, why there is anger? Why there is this? Why there is thought? If thought is there, you don't say anything. You say, okay. So you're conserving. That conserved energy starts to open up and starts to rise higher. And you will not have a problem with that, because you're not pushing, you're not putting it on fire with some LSD, with some ayahuasca, or with some pranayam techniques and focusing on third eye without having any roots. You will go crazy. What you are giving out to me is your energy flowing out through me, to you. But if you really focus, then it will start to activate your Kundalini also.
So shaking will activate that energy. Dancing will give it form.
Yeah, that is Durga, shaking. Dancing is Lakshmi, expression.
And is there a specific way I'm dancing? No.
Allow the body. You have to give permission to Shakti to flow, not to control your woman, how she wants to make forms. This will multiply your wisdom. Because what is idiot is, his wisdom moves only in few channels. What is genius is, goes everywhere. Try this with your body. Allow your body to make forms for 1 month. You're thinking, you're breaking boxes.
Right.
Breaking out of boxes into your head. Because you are doing different movements through the body. It's the mother center. Whatever you do with this, it will change your psychology also.
I have a friend, a very close friend actually, very spiritually inclined in certain ways. And he had a moment, I think about 3 or 4 years ago, he mentions there was this one moment he was dancing and suddenly he either decided to, or it spontaneously, he lost control of his body. And since then, he spontaneously gets into a dance, which is very weird to look at. It does not look like any dance anywhere in the world. But it is so natural and flowy that there is a grace to it that you cannot ignore. I have seen people walk across halls to say, how are you doing this? And he doesn't truly understand and he calls it his flow. He says, this is my flow, and it unlocked one day.
In Tantra, they call it Mahamudra. He has somehow tapped into the cosmic movement within.
He's very effortless in his way of being as well.
Because it's moving effortlessly. And if you allow, that's the whole point of Kundalini and dancing. A point will come when you will realize amazing things are coming out of you. Not only that, you will start amazing ideas also coming out of box, because you are now in beat with the present, which is constantly expanding and changing. Otherwise, we are living a life in beat with our past. We want to repeat it.
Right.
This is fresh and new. And in dancing, you connect with if you really totally dance, don't hold back. First, your mind will get released, then emotions will get released, and the third step, cosmic will take over. And there is a fear involved there. That's why people are afraid to go there.
What is the fear?
Fear is of losing control, man.
Losing your mind.
Losing control, not your mind.
Okay.
Your mind has been expressed through dance. You cannot go crazy with dancing. You can go crazy with doing sitting meditation and some technique because unexpressed energy will explode in your pressure cooker. But in expression, in spirituality or in any relation, anything which can give you beyond experience, we control because you can lose control. Your mind will say, I cannot control this. It just comes and flows through me. And mind wants to control it, make it a commodity to use.
Right. Make it a box. To,
Yeah.
I can identify this, right?
And that's what surrender means. I leave it to you. This is the actual experience. It gives you a choice. Here I am. Can you let go?
You know, I often joke with him. I say, he's a male friend of mine. I say, you're almost like a woman. And it's a joke between us. But what I'm really trying to say is you're very tapped into your female. Because you flow, you surrender. Like life does not inhibit him in the same way it inhibits me. You know?
Yes.
I'm like, "Arey yaar, tere saath itna bura hua hai. Why aren't you upset?"
I have to meet this guy. Man.
Yeah, I have to
Sometime
bring him to you.
here, you know.
I will make sure he watches this podcast because I know he will connect with your message. When I heard of you saying that you must dance without being interrupted by your mind, I was reminded of him. The third step, you say sit silently because then energy will move up.
Don't move at all because this is creating a blank page of the body. Because you see, we are always moving, always doing something.
Right.
So your Shakti is always extrovert engaged. But when you become absolute still, like a rock, now energy has nowhere to go. It starts to move in and open other channels. You have activated, danced. Now it will go into deeper channels. See? So it is like kind of going into your roots inside, and it will activate your wisdom aspect, your heart aspect.
And then I lay down
You lie down.
for 15 minutes.
You bring it to the back neutral, because if you keep it here and get up and walk, then this energy will be in imbalance. So it's a complete circle. You start with Om, sing your song, and come back to Om.
And when I'm sitting, should I sit with my spine erect?
Spine straight
There is
the
a
best.
message.
Or you can keep standing also.
Acha.
But still,
But don't move.
don't move.
At
Because
all.
there you are allowing your Shakti now to move in.
Sure.
Because people just, thoda khujli ho gaya, itch here. No.
That Shakti, that khujli and whatever is energy, right? At that moment,
Your mind is not allowing it. You know, this is one of my basic techniques. If you can learn to practice to sit still every 15 minutes, every day 15 minutes, absolute like rock, you will experience your body in an absolutely new way. You will feel such a power. And after sitting half an hour absolutely still, you will notice your movement has a charisma because your energy gathered. Now, whatever you do, it has a power.
Very interesting.
Have you seen Osho entering the Buddha hall?
Yeah.
That charisma is gathered energy. It's energy moving. We are leaking. We are flagging behind the things. But once you, in martial arts also this happens, when you're sitting still and gathering energy, then your movement is so powerful, your gathered energy. And that gathered energy brings prosperity, brings love, brings new ideas, brings wisdom. We are thinking intellectual knowledge will do that. That is a fallacy. That is a male controlled. As you said, your friend becomes feminine. He's in the hand of Durga now. He has to allow it.
It's a very interesting transition because I've seen him before this happened and he was like any of us, very regular. After that, everything from the way he keeps his hair to the way he dresses to the way he behaves completely changed into a very feminine domain, right?
He's blessed, man. He's blessed.
In some ways, I've always thought so.
You see, spiritual, you cannot categorize, you see. कि किताबों में ऐसा लिखा है. It is always unique to each individual. It takes years to recognize that enlightenment has happened. Because it's none of the things.
Yeah, it's not extraordinary in any way.
It is you have become, you will not even know you have changed.
Right.
You know, so that's how it works. And this is the goal, man. For example, there was a Russian dancer. He died crazy at young age. You know, he was a ballet dancer, Nijinsky. He would dance, he would take a jump. Humanly impossible. Not only that, he would come down slow. And those Russian Catholic mind or whatever, they thought devil takes over. And he was also living in turmoil. And he kind of died young. In India, he would be worshipped. Ki Guruji.
Right.
Hanuman ji aa gaye andar.
Right.
That's the truth. You lose gravity. When you are in absolute state of energy and joy, gravity stops working on you. You are now pure energy floating. How do you think Hanuman flew?
Took flight. Yeah, right.
Because no more gravity pulling you. Desire and everything is your gravity. Some monks rise because your energy is now powerful. Grace is pulling you up. So there is a whole tantric method of Mahamudra, in which you stand and allow your body to make forms. And then there is other methods for it. It's simple. Point is, a point comes in this movement, like in Tai Chi, masters just stand and allow their body to move. This is allowing the cosmic movement to flow through you. We always translate the cosmic energy into emotional or mental energy. We never keep it primal as it wants to flow. That is the pure power and pure genius in us. And that is out of society. No society can control.